No, I'm not feeling my best tonight. I'll give y'all a minute. I'm gonna make this one short and sweet too. Oh, I know what. Hold on. Well, I may not be able to find it. Cause I don't think that's what it's under. Ah, well. Anyway. So I'll spare you some Hellmouth tonight. Clicked out of my live and oh, it auto-generated and showed her bullshit title, right? She's gotta get them gummy bear for her dope brownies and her fucking beer tabs, right? She gotta get her content. Capital CON. Right? Her and Monsters, Fred, Z's, everybody else is in. She gotta get it in, bro. Right? Now, I ain't trying to discredit shit of Monsters as far as the cemetery goes. I just know it's bullshit. And I know it's him fucking being a bullshitter and a dipshit. Simple as that. And if any of y'all had a fucking brain cell, you'd know it too. Um, I pointed that out in the last video. That right there, well, not tonight, but the other night, on why the whole damn PG trying to lift up the cemetery shit, Monster playing in it, blah blah blah, and Fred and Ziggy and Cher and all them doing it. It was bullshit, right? Monster's playing in it. But you see, the thing is when you fucking a dude and you live with him, been with him for several decades, and you're still living in an area, and you watch him laugh, like cold hard laugh, at other dipshits around the community and everywhere else and on Facebook, going, oh, there's a funeral over there. Is that where Summer is? And he would call them dipshits. Well, see, that's how I kind of know the motherfucker's fucking with you all and everything else. And of course, I has to feature into this fucking, it was a dream, I didn't. Fuck off, you know? What's the difference between being one of us in there and being with that monster that long? And knowing what he said in real time, which was laughing at, calling other people dumbasses, you know, for believing Summer could be in the cemetery or in that grave. And so now he wants to be like, yeah, I think she's in the cemetery. Even though the sumbitch seen exactly what the fuck we did. Helicopters flying over it, not vanished. Search crews, a damn cop station right there beside of the fucking grave for weeks. Every damn search crew known to man, like throughout the fucking United States and surrounding counties beside it. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous and stupid. And either he's extraordinarily stupid now, plus making up shit, or it's just content creators. But see, knowing what they're paving's helping in this. Can't imagine why it's being lifted up, but that Cher made sure Pebble was in her pond leading, and then he answered that shit, and then Fred was watching, and Fred came into my room cold open with the, Andy just said Summers and Morrison Cemetery, right? And then Ziggy and all picked out, and like the whole rotation, right? And knowing that Ziggy, PG, and Cher are all for one for all, whether Monsters paid attention for all the years or not, or really cares, yet to be determined. Some bit like he plays with them, and he's entangled with them to a degree. Well, if you've paid attention, you know and understand. And here we go with it. Anyway, so you're well aware of how deep and dark and dirty he'll play with them, how far he'll go to cover his own ass, how far he'll twist up shit, lie, cover all their asses, their crimes, tampering with courts, fake lawsuits with fucking other goddamn locals kin to this, that, and the other, and him and everybody else, and psychos he knew hated my fucking guts and his, and were doing whatever for years prior. I mean, just, he'll get up to all kinds of fucking shit, especially with the stupid whore in tow that lives the drama and thinks YouTube is the height of wee, right? So, and they just love that cash for their own nom nom brownies and fucking dope shit. So, as you can clearly tell if you've listened to the words of Monster throughout the years, as he's fucked around with you all cold out and the rest of everybody else. Also known as some bitch 30 years. I don't think he's ever told the whole truth about fucking anything, quite frankly. It's always some, like monsters and similarities. They'll have a fairy tale fucking version or their justified version or whatever the fuck else. I just don't give a shit about the dude, okay? But I do know in real time, in real life, when Summer vanished, he was making fun of other people who had that same dipshit idea. So for him to now be online and suddenly going, oh gosh, I think she's in the cemetery in the grave. It's right there, dude. First helicopter flew up over that. You know, he is also kin to, we all know the grave diggers. We talked to them personally. Hell, I've talked to him recently. The fuck you mean, And he knows the fact, like, it's stupid. That's how stupid it is. So either he's playing in it to take y'all for a ride to lift up the next nothing fucking burger that we can all hear about for a year and a half. For himself, his whore, PG, Ziggy, and Cher, and the crew, just like he's helped lift off and do the same shit. With the road, it was in the road, and it's all such stupid shit, right? These are both things that are absolutely absurd that should have never been things. They're easy for him to play in, and they're easy for this group to play in, and then make him this, put upon fucking character. And there's evidence to back that neither true couldn't be if you use common sense, so he has nothing to worry about playing with it, right? It's all money making for all of them. It's also a big goddamn distraction. It's horseshit. And just like every other fucking yoked ass player from Ben Hill that wants to play with these goddamn tragedy pimps, make money off of it. And they get their buttholes licked. They do whatever, right? I ain't in the mood for no shit. There's a damn cop, a cop. There are cameras. There are other neighbors on me, like right there with the freaking grave for weeks. Weeks. Weeks there were helicopters, fixed wing, fucking drones, search dogs of all varieties, search crews from across the country, specialized teams. They knew about the grave. I mean, the people there surrounding the grave as the funeral took place also know what was in or not, and opening and closing and all this. This is stupid. It's ridiculous. PG just needs to tithe. She needs you to tithe to little summer whales. Jesus. Hey, you remember PG's promise at the first return before Ziggy and Cher built her up? Remember that? After they inserted her as a scriptwriter, and the only one I've ever heard say ever that they were covering for Dawn and Candace Wills and helping them skirt by certain shit. That would be Prayer Garden. But after sharing them, rewarded her with a channel and helped build it up after she'd gotten up to the shenanigans and insertion and the bullshit with J4 and everybody else and the phone call Mary and la 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 and the whole thing, right? And they attempted lift off the first scamathon that apparently the squalls idea and everything else. But anyway, the whole thing is that, these script writing sons of bitches, I'm over them. And, I know what Monster's also capable of, and I know he's playing with this group. I know him and Horbag love it. Every creator here behind the scenes will tell you that the Horbag and him, they just always like, hey! Have been since the beginning. Even though he's played like he's not. Back there behind everything, especially the chords. And he loves being a little victim. And right now they would love to write one that's him versus Fred, good guy, bad guy, and, and it's nonsensical shit that, is nothing burgers and they never easily proven it, it's nothing to fucking really worry about, but it creates nothing burgers and content for you all. It's really that simple. But yeah, PG, after she lifted off, you remember that promise she made that if she made a channel, actually before, anyway, but ever since we go to the boys, I've yet to see them. But yeah. Anyway. But yeah, that's long and short of it. Is that he's full of shit. He knows better. He watched in real time. Well, sort of. He was always fucking gone banging the whore at work. But he knew the damn cop was stationed right there at the cemetery. Hell, there's footage everywhere. Y'all can see how close the cemetery was. To the police tent. You're talking feet away. A few yards, type of thing. And you can see that very first night, helicopters flying over their, heat-seeking ground, they're all ground-penetrating radar, whole nine, with all the different aircraft, search crews. I mean, we just went over some of these videos. Y'all going to have to get smart, or you're going to keep, I guess, giving your entertainment on blood views to Blood Money Hellmouth over there. And in turn, a little network of them that includes Cher and Ziggy and Fred as they all play in it. And the lineup the other night was pretty clear. And so, yeah, you couldn't, if you're paying attention to all the rooms in the rotation and how Cher's Little Pebbles got Monster to talk about it, and then Fred came directly into my life and put the comment up, and then the rest have run with it, and PG still wants to lift it up as a thing, despite there being real evidence that she's a dipshit, and that Monster's either playing it or he's now turned into a dipshit. It's fun. I don't care. But they're all fucking around with all y'all. And when I know the dude in real time, in real life, was like, God, these people are morons thinking she's over there. You know? Uh, seriously. So, when you know all that, you lived with the motherfucker, and, we're, you know, mm, so, and now it's all, oh, she's in the cemetery. Bullshit, dude. It's horseshit. So I ain't trying to discredit him. I'm just calling him out on the shit. Calling these tragedy pimps out on the shit. There's real footage out there and pictures that show you how close the cops' tent was set up there for weeks. All all the searchers came in and out that way. Um, the first helicopter up had everything here. And here's the thing: you can say that maybe the sin of death in a cemetery would have screwed up dogs, right, or something like that, or this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. But here's the thing: with that heat-seeking equipment and ground-penetrating radar, the coolness of the corpse in that grave, had Summer been in there anywhere in that cemetery, it would have picked up her heat, which would have been different than any surrounding. It would have been hotter. So, yeah, I don't. And decom things also produce heat. So yeah, I think they would have failed if she was in there, right? And this is equipment I was told by the specialized units and everything else using it in the feds that it could see like many, 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 many feet below ground. Like if sinkholes or anything like that had opened up, that it could see her very clearly. I was told that to my face because I asked about such things like that, where the tree cutters and brush cutters are. I was afraid it unsettled ground, maybe a sinkhole, and I asked. And they told me what the equipment could do, and they said it could see many, many, many feet below ground, and heat signatures disrupted there. So, and when it can see inside of buildings and your houses and your heat signatures, you think it can't see through anything over there in the cemetery? Yeah, that's right. So, y'all get smart, or you keep watching the bullshit for a bunch of monsters, criminals hidden behind avatars, assholes making nothing but plays and shows for you, so they can all like get their dope brownies in their little fucking trailers to sit out in front of mommy and daddy's yard and whatever other bullshit. But when I know the dude and I know in real time he's making fun of those who were like, oh, she's in the cemetery. And then this many years later for him to be like, well, the cemetery kind of doesn't make sense. And, I've watched what he does and plays and everything else. Y'all I pretend to the whole community and everybody knows that he's not. He's a victim. No, he's a player and with them most of the time. And whether him and Hobag are smart enough to get what exactly is being done to them and with them, and what's inevitably going to happen to them because they're playing, I don't think he quite understands where this path is going to lead. Oh, because this ain't a simple pebble dropped in there and shares for him to follow and spit out some dumb shit. Alright? Oh, this is something far more. If I was him, I'd stop playing with this group, but it's a little late for him. You know? So I guess he's just stuck with it, like most of them are. They've played too far, got up to too much shit with them. And I don't know what they're going to do, but I don't really care. But yeah, him helping them make content and more nothing burgers for you, because, well, that Izzy on the road, isn't he? Shit's kind of come to an end. Right? The Ryan drives aren't quite making the money, you know? Come on, him and O need a vacation. They got the wedding and everything else, the camper. I mean, like, I don't know what to do. It's almost his birthday. He needs birthday money. I'm not sure. But PG, she needs that dope brownie and fucking alcoholic shit. It's after the 7th. Y'all, she spent all her money praising Jesus and the brownies and the liquor on the 7th. Right? So, yeah. Summer's channel over there, right? Anyway, there's real footage and evidence to back up what I'm saying, right? Y'all can view it yourselves online. You can even see my first video, the first helicopter doing it. It circles right over that thing, you know? And you can go back to the video just played before this. Look at what all they brought in, what all they did, all the equipment, the search. I mean, it's basic bitch 101. You know? You want to be a real detective or you want to be a real dumbass? You figure it out. Right? You want to go watch that shit and be entertained by it? Help, harm, harass, slander, terrorize, etc. You know. And of course it's always about me though, right? And it's not actually about Andy. It's about what's JSP doing this? What's JSP doing that? JSP. Like, man, if y'all could suck my name any harder over the years, shit. Right? Which is also one of those paving things. And there's something I meant to get to and post last night. I might come back on later again and do that. It goes the other one I might finish at some point. But either way, there's the long and short. It's all bullshit. Whether Monster knows or not, I'm sure he does. The pebble and shares was on purpose. Fred was watching. Fred left that shit in my room. Z and everybody else, they're doing the whole thing. PG's on it again. Both more than a minute. Because I'm the bad guy again. But the dude's full of shit. PG's full of shit. You can literally save yourself the trouble of this whole cemetery thing by watching the real news. The real reporters, real footage. And going, let me rub 2 brain cells together. Wait, all that equipment was over it? There was a cop placed there right beside of that grave and the roadway for how long? And there were wait, what? There were search dogs and like bazillions of searchers for weeks, and months. You know, even after they told you all they were scaling back. No. Right? There's neighbors that live there with eyes on that grave all the time, like, and cameras that, oh my god. And ground penetrating radar and thermal equipment that can see further down than, yeah, it may. Get smart or stay stupid. Sure, all it's called. You want to keep buying bullshit put out to write scripts and do things, and then eventually, though Monster may not realize it, shit's gonna eat him. I think he knows where all the pebbles are going. He's an idiot. But all things in due time. Either way, y'all eat it if you want to. That's the long and short of it. It's stupid. And it creates problems. The shit PG's done from the beginning, even before she was public. And long before any of us were, she inserted it in and around. And her script writing and her covering for the whales and her, it damn sure didn't help anything. She still ain't with tithing to Jesus under Summer Whale's name. She's pumping out mass content to mostly lunatics at this point. It's creating a constant stream of inundation of law enforcement with horseshit. And I guess to benefit herself and definitely not the boys as she promised so many years ago. Monster wants to play with them all, so fucking be it. There's a special place in hell for him to, anyway. It's just how it is. Not that he ever really believed in one, but there's not really a fitting place in hell. Either way. He's a piece of shit, they're all pieces of shit. Let them piece of shit together. But y'all can choose. Y'all have a choice. You watch the shit, you help lift it off, help their content making for a year and a half on something that doesn't even make sense, and there's proof and evidence that it ain't a thing. And you use your brain cells and you stay the fuck away from it, and you keep them from doing all that. Or you help them create more shit that bogs down law enforcement and slanders, harms, harasses. Hell, could potentially end up in somebody's poor family. And that's the thing, right? Everybody's related and knows each other, right? Does he care what the fuck he's spitting out and pebbling with these people who are leading him with pebbles in their chats? Does he care that it might end up in somebody being exhumed and it causing that family pain? Because of his I want to play with the group and help them lift off the next nothing burger as I play good guy versus bad guy with Fred. For the same team, up Candace and Nolan's asshole. As what he doesn't realize is, oh, one day they're gonna just absolutely annihilate him with all the shit. So, whatever. You know, whatever. And he's kind of stuck with that crew, let's be real, that he's already fucked around with his hoe bags so far that they're in criminal shit up to their eyeballs with, so I don't really care. I do care about Summer, though, and bullshit, and out in cretins like PG, and staying on them in that manner, and calling them out for it. So it ain't about discrediting, no. I know the dipshit didn't have anything to do with Summer vanishing. I know he didn't do shit to Summer on the 15th or otherwise. Or harm her and her siblings in any way. And for that, I'll always speak out. I know he didn't. And, but he'll play with this crew for content and money and whatever else suits. And he'll mislead y'all. He wants his own asshole cleaned. He's a goddamn monster, abuses women and children in domestic situations, and is a danger to the public. There's no lie there. But this shit over here, I don't like it. And when I know the dude lived with me, breathed around me, slept with me, and was in the same bed with me, laughing at others who thought the same doofus shit, and is now online going, oh, Summer's in the cemetery, and he damn well knows better. And then PG still wants content, so she's trying to suck it back to life again under my name and me being a bad guy tonight. Because I'm trying to discredit it. No, I'm just saying, she's selling y'all bullshit on the name of Summer Wells again. Like always. In this group, her, Cher, Ziggy, Fred, Andy, the rest, they're playing in it. Fred coming into my room the other night, saying that after a pebble led monster to start replying with shit and all these things, knowing that Cher, Ziggy, and PG, despite what you all want to believe, are like three little peas in a pod and they work together and it cahoots. Very much so, but hell, the whole damn band of them are one for all for one, in a way. But, yeah, it's all there. Lineups there. It's all bullshit. And she's gonna try again, like she's trying not to lift it off. But now it's gonna be, oh, anti-JSP thing. Well, fuck her, boo-hoo. I've dealt with years of it. Wow. Oh my god. One more channel. Has my name in it. Sucking up money on my name. And Summers. and that she's doing it, and even talking about summer being past, I just, and it makes me want to vomit. But yep, I bet she covered up for the Wells over there, right? By her own fucking admitting mouth. Slandering the shit out of everybody else that didn't do any such thing. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Wild, really. Wow. Well, the only ones I know who was stupid enough to say it covered up for the Wells. This Samantha, right? Attacking everybody else in and around there who are witnesses, neighbors, who know Summer. And didn't do anything to Summer, her siblings, and damn sure didn't cover up for anyone. And she's been out here for years, terrorizing the rest of us. Doxing the whole fucking community, doxing every neighbor, witness, terrorizing, slandering, putting out the worst garbage lies. No different than Sharon PG. Fred, of course. And that Andy wants to sit there and play with them, help lift off content with and for them. Makes me want to fucking vomit. But, you know, I always thought it couldn't go any lower, really. I was wrong. That whore and him intaking her personality like he does and in this realm, and the creators and the buddies he's made along the way, they've made him so much more disgusting, somehow unbelievably, than he even was. His whole goddamn life. Most of it, anyway. What do you think? Can't get any lower. And he's continued to sink with this group. It's one of the lowest human beings, even beyond what he was. It's just mind blowing, really. That's what they do, man. Either way, I'm just gonna call the shit out. Another dude in real life made fun of those who had that same theory. And he's seen enough to at least know it's not legit. And then for him, Cher, PG, Fred, and Ziggy to be playing it, trying to make it content's gross as fuck. Yeah. So, fuck all of them. Y'all enjoy the fucking blood on blood entertainment since you need extra shit sprinkled on, you know, already terrible situations. You know, anyway. I guess to be fucking entertained and go to sleep with, or whatever these people do with it. I don't know. Either way, I don't feel my best tonight, and I'm gonna hop off here because I really don't have anything else currently to say about it. It's pretty easy to grasp if you got a brain cell. You can even view all the real footage, the real facts and real info. See how close it is to the cop and all the things used and everything, and how absurd of a concept that is anyway. And that it defies all reason, evidence, etc. No demand. And, you know. You don't take our word for it. Fucking proof's there. Tent right outside of there. You know, eyes on it, cameras near it, neighbors across from it. I know that the grave diggers and closers have been talked to. We know them personally. The family that also buried their loved one there. I mean, obviously, it'd be the last to see when they exactly. Not. And then there's equipment that does all the shiny bells and whistles that you can't even imagine. And, it's all there. So either get a clue, or don't. You can do it for yourselves. You ain't got to take our word for it, man. But you can help stop shit like PG, and you can help stop these nothing burger bullshit plays and drama they do for you all. You can help stop that. For Summer's sake, you can help stop that by not giving it clicks and views over there. And by not supporting domestic violence fucking monsters who have admittedly beaten, harmed, and every way imaginable, women and children they live with. And you can stop supporting that shit. And do what you ought to do as advocates and decent human beings and shun the shit out of it. Call it out for what it is instead of licking this bottle with this crew. And you can stop in the Fred versus Andy, good versus evil, fucking horseshit, nothing burger game. It's kept y'all entertained for so long. You can stop letting them use Summer in the way they are. All of them. All you creators, all the fucking yoked and collared fucking paid monsters from Ben Hill, helping them all do it, you can stop it. By not participating or watching or clicking or viewing. Alright. So, but y'all do as you will. Anyway, if you don't mind, as always, please share the DV/Universal Hand Signal for help. Canada does save lives across the board, medical emergencies, kidnappings, abductions, public settings, private settings, those with like healthcare emergencies, strokes, choking, home alone, those in the middle of a crime where they can't pick up the phone, make noise, they can make a hand signal over an app or something. And so in that you can save the lives of many. And as always, please do share Summer's picture, information, color by her name, and you all know what I mean by information. It doesn't mean YouTube, social media, doesn't mean any of our dumbasses, it doesn't mean any of that. It means real information by those like Bobo and Ansley. It means WCYB, WJHL, Kingsport Times, Rogers Review, Bristol Herald, Johnson City Press, Hawkins News, Creasy Creek, right, with Bubba over there. And I just did the video on there a few minutes ago. And it means sticking with law enforcement releases from local and surrounding to state police to TBI to FBI, the Q&As for Summer located over there. It means rotating out the information links each time you share Summer's flyer and basic info. That way maybe the right ears and right eyes see it or hear it at the right time and they have an aha and the key drops, or they might have an aha moment and be able to out or turn in the predator or predators who have done this and are responsible. You just never know. But that's a very tangible and real way to help Summer if you want to help her. Alright. That's what this is truly about. That's how you help. Y'all have a good night, good morning, good evening. Enjoy the speck, the vast cosmos. Be a pebble, a voice, a spark where you can. Dance in all the storms and all the weather. Y'all have a good night.